Hey everyone, welcome back. I appreciate you being here very much. Or I appreciate very much you being here. I do that all the time. I don't know why I put sentences together like that. There is a mishmash on my desk, and I won't apologize for that because that means I'm being creative. So this morning I went through, let's see if I can do this without dropping it. I went through all of the words that come in this Lavender Serenity Gratitude Kit from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And this is the third in a little series that I'm doing for this kit. And I have separated these words. A lot of them have doubles. Some of them are positivity kind of prompts. Some of them are prompts for journaling about, like, people of greatness, once in a lifetime, my great loves. This kit is so amazing. This will make a wonderful gratitude journal for someone. Someone who wants to work on their insecurities, maybe. We've got keep trying, successful, milestone, achieve, start, today, here and now, motivated. And then there's other fun things like books that inspire me, travel the stars, gratitude for opportunities, thankful. And I don't know, I haven't figured out yet. I don't think I'm going to put all of these on the pages. I think these are going to go in a little bag or envelope or something of that sort. I'll use some of them because there are doubles, but I'm going to leave these for the person who wants this journal and who wants those prompts on a certain day, needs to have a little push to journal about that stuff. So I am going to set these aside because I couldn't figure out any other way of doing this. So now I have to find a surface to put these on where they won't all blow away, or I won't sneeze on them. There we go. Okay. Sorry for having to step away. Let me squeeze back into my spot without trying to knock everything over. So, I did a little playing this weekend, and I did a little experimenting, and I did a little mishmash of stuff here, which is why there's a mishmash of stuff on my desk. And what I'm going to work on today is the cover again. If I had been intelligent, I would have taken this piece of fabric and I would have sewn what I wanted on the cover. I'm not really good at planning ahead for things like that. I have to do things as I'm inspired to do them. So I guess I wasn't inspired. I knew I wanted to do something with the cover, but it took me a while to figure that out. So this is the cover. If you remember, when I left, I had glued this to the edges, and I decided I didn't like it. And the Fabri-Tac didn't really stick all that great, so I pulled it off, and there's a little bit of gunk here that I'm going to work on. I may put something else here on the edges, or I'll just work on getting this gunk off. No big deal. Really. It's really no big deal. So I think that I am going to, actually, this needs a little pressing here, so it will lay a little flatter. Gosh. There we go. My edges are not meeting. It is extremely windy out today. It's sunny, but windy. So there you go. All right. That's better. So I pulled out some more of my purpley, lavender, lilac-y sort of fabrics that I found in the basement. And I really like this for the background for the cover. And then I printed out on fabric, I printed out one of the images that I really liked, but I made it too big. I should have printed it on paper first. I always say print it on paper. I could put that on there and put some lace or something behind it, but I think that's too big. I just think that's too big. If I fold it under here and fold it under here and fold it under here. Yeah, I should have done this before. If I fold it under there and put that on, I guess that's okay. It's not all that big, huh? See, I should have done that before. But then I also made this one, and I combined this and a background page from the kit. I just did this in PowerPoint, and I combined that. So I don't know if I like that one better or if I like that one better with some stuff behind it. I'm trying to be better about layering, and it's kind of like collage. Either it comes to you easily or it doesn't. I'm okay with collage. I'm not an expert. I'm not great at it, I don't think. I've had some fun with it, but I don't know. I'm starting to like this one better and better. I may keep this for inside. Anyway, this is, I have the other half of this piece, and then I cut it, and I thought, oh, I should have waited until, here it is. So this was muslin I ironed onto freezer paper, once again. Dry iron, freezer paper, waxy side of freezer paper, muslin down on it. Iron until it sticks, and then cut around it. And I do use a rotary cutter so that my edges are mostly smooth. You don't want this kind of stuff hanging off of it. So you would trim that and then send it. My printer goes face down, and it flips it up, and it prints on this side. So you can take a piece of paper and put a big X on it. Put it in your printer face up. See if it prints out on that side. If it doesn't, then you have to put your stuff flip side down, right side down. So that's how I figure it out. But anyway, I could use this when I peel this off. Peel it off. I'm going to show you that. Maybe. Okay. There we go. You just peel it off. I've shown that before. It's really staticky. And once you peel it off, you can reuse this, but you can't send it back through your printer if you cut it like I did. I shouldn't have, but I did. And there's no sticky residue on the back. This is the freezer paper will not iron down to a surface. So I could use this one, but I may, see, I hate trying to decide this stuff, especially on camera, because, you know, it's like somebody's out there watching you make a decision, and whether you think it's the right one or wrong one, I don't know. Ay, ay, ay. I don't know. I love this image. So I think what I'm going to do is, now I've not ironed this down yet. I've not glued it. I've not attached it. So I'm going to try this way first. Okay. It's very nerve-wracking to do all this stuff on camera. Trust me. It does not come easily. I've always lacked self-confidence. So, and I'm new to this. I don't know what I'm talking about, honestly. So it can be a challenge to do stuff like this on camera and make decisions and then wonder if you're being judged. But in my older years, my elderly years. Sorry to anybody who's my age. In my growing years, my growing older years, I'm trying really hard not to care whether anybody's judging me or not. I really like that. I could even tear it down just a tad further. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. If you don't like it, do little bits at a time. And then, oop, that didn't work. You can't do too little bit. It just doesn't work if you want just a tiny, tiny bit off. Oh, yeah, see, I'm making it worse. Oh, well, that's okay. That's all right. Oh, God. Let's take a little off the top and bottom. Spare a little on this side. There we go. The sides don't want to tear as easily as the, but I'm going to leave it really frayed. I'm okay with that. I don't know if I've mentioned this in my other videos. I weave yarn into cloth, and there's a type of freeform kind of free and easy going weaving, and that is a big thing that a woman in Japan who just recently passed away at 100 and I think 2 or 4, something like that. She created this type of weaving called Sayori, and it's very freeform. There are no mistakes, just design opportunities. So I still feel like this needs something. I've been looking through my laces and stuff, and I really cannot decide what I want back there. Now, I did have some fun this weekend with, I got to be careful where I put things because I have my iron on. I had some fun this weekend. I bought some grape Kool-Aid, and I did some cheesecloth because I wasn't sure how it was going to come out. I did some, this is my first time dyeing coffee filters, and I have not ironed them. I will say that this is not from the grape Kool-Aid only. I thought the grape Kool-Aid was too gray looking, so I squirted some red food coloring into the pan, and then it was too red. And so I squirted some blue food coloring into the pan with the grape Kool-Aid and the red food coloring. And this is what I got. But I kind of think it's kind of cool because it's a very mottled effect. And yes, it's a little pink, but you know, that's okay. And then there's the papers, which I thought came out pretty cool. And they're mostly lavender looking. And there's some blue in this kit. Now that they're really dry and they're under the light, they really look. I think this one may have been the original page from the grape Kool-Aid. I'm pretty sure. Or it may have been this one. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah. So I had some fun with that. Because I've never used food coloring before for that. So maybe this needs to go back there. What do you think? So I have my iron heating up because I am going to use the fusible web again. I could use Fabri-Tac, but I just really like the way the fusible web holds this stuff down. So let's see. Oh my. I like to leave it sticking out. I did a bunch of tea dyeing this weekend too. So I was running low on some papers, and we're going to be starting to do a bit of traveling, camping kind of stuff. So, you don't know. So I want to make sure that I have supplies to take with me. I've never, since I just started this around, I can't remember when I started, maybe October, November time frame I started. And, I kind of like that. And so we didn't travel over the winter in our little Class B RV. So I haven't traveled with any of my journaling supplies yet, but I do have a case, which I will show in a future video. And I bought it in the cosmetic department of Walmart. And, oh, I kind of like that. And I think I will be able to fit quite a bit of stuff. There's not a whole lot of room in a Class B RV, trust me. I really like that. I like it with the, now I don't think I can put fusible web on this cheesecloth. Now the question is, do I wrap it around the back too? It's not just, boy, my goodness, it's just barely going to reach to the inside. Yep. I think that's meant to be. I just don't know how I'm going to stick it all down without the glue showing through. Now I know I can stick the front down because once I put the fusible web on everything, it'll stick. Oh, I really like that. I'm so glad I dyed that little bit of, that's all I did of the cheesecloth was that bit. Because I wasn't sure how it was going to come out, but I still have the grape Kool-Aid downstairs, so I might have to dye some more cheesecloth. Well, I know I like that. So I am going to get out my, where is my, I have to get my little ironing board. Oh, I'm sorry. It is a very tight squeeze in here, and I didn't mean to shake you all up. Sorry. Okay, and I will tell you that you can, sorry, had to reach in front. When I have bits and pieces left over like this, I piece them together, and I use them on the back, and you can't tell from the front if you've pieced it. So why not, right? So I am going to put this, so that's not wide enough. I'm going to put this on this first, because I have to figure out that whole cheesecloth thing and how that's going to work. Okay. So I just marked where I'm going to, oops, where I want to cut it. Fold it. And as usual, not a straight line. So I'm going to put this face down, make sure there's no threads or anything on the back side of this because it could possibly show through. And it's not going to reach edge to edge, and I'm okay with that. It's kind of fun to have it that way, actually. And have kind of a loose edge on the front then. Okay, so I have to make sure my phone is off. My husband just went to take care of our horses and spend some time with them, which is good for his spirit. And he gives me time to do a video. So, okay. I'm going to make sure this is good and hot and the glue has really melted to the fabric. And then I am going to I need to get up for just a moment. Okay. I have some music playing in the background. I don't want to get kicked off of YouTube for that being heard. I don't know if you can hear it or not. Hope not. So, all right. Hot, hot, hot. Oh, look how nice that came off. Yay! since it doesn't always come off that well. And then I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to iron it a little bit because it's a little crunchy, a little wrinkly. Okay. And I'm going to put this piece, and so now I have the fusible web on the back of this, as I've shown before. And imperfection. Try and get it. The heat is trying to grab that glue. And that's pretty. I had to really mess with my, I have a new HP printer, and I have to say I'm mostly pleased with it. I went back and forth reading all kinds of reviews on Facebook from users that have the HP printer with the, you know, ink refill. When your ink runs low, once a month they send you for a certain price. Well, okay, there's like 3 price levels. You can get as much as you need, you know, for several times a month, or twice a month, or once a month, or whatever. Of course, the highest price one, you just have more ink than you can use. I took the lowest price one to start out with because I wasn't printing a lot of kits and stuff at that point because I had just started. And I'm sort of semi-pleased with the HP printer, but I'm not, I don't know. I've always been an Epson girl. I love my Epson printers, and I don't know. I'm just not that crazy about my HP printer. I almost got one of the Epson EcoTank ones, but didn't get it. And sometimes I kind of wish I had gotten it, but, you know, I've heard that even with those, you have to calibrate them a lot. And I had to calibrate my HP the other day because I was trying to print, and what I was trying to print was coming out with lines in it. So I ended up having to spend about an hour trying to look it up online, because, you know, in the books that the little book that you get with the device, whatever it is, any time nowadays, it's minimal information in the books. You have to look everything up online. Oh, that wasn't straight at all. Surprise! No, not straight. So you see how I'm piecing this? And this will work just fine. And so between that and having to calibrate it and messing with it, it took me about an hour. And by then I was frustrated, and I'm like, why am I doing this? At least with my Epson, I knew I could push a button and it would calibrate it. And I had to look up where to, you know, push this on the touch screen, push that on the touch screen, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now I don't want the paper overlapping, or I won't be able to peel it off. So I need to cut this straighter so it's not overlapping. There we go. And move this down, move this up. All right, so I'm going to start with those two first because those are the tricky ones. Try not to burn myself. I've been good. Haven't done that yet. It's kind of like winter. I try to survive winter without falling on the ice. Because for a while there, for years and years, every time I went outside in the winter, once a winter, I would slip and fall. and usually hurt myself pretty good. Never broke anything, knock wood. But, you know, and I can't knock wood because if I do knock wood right now, my dogs will bark. Yeah. Alrighty. And then we'll just put this down here. You see how I could just piece this together? And it's okay, there's a little hairline. Ow, that's hot. Burnt. Hairline gap in there. Right here. The little hairline gap. That's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. You're not going to see that from the outside. Now my problem is, I don't know. I cannot put fusible web on this because if I, well, I could. I just don't know if the glue would stick through. I think I'm going to work something else out. But for now, I am going to put this on here. But I think what I'm going to do is just make sure this edge is covered, and that's going to take care of where I took the lace off that I didn't like. And I like this so much better. So I'm going to make sure this is in place where I want it before I try and you're a lot closer today. I hope that's okay. Let me know if closer is better or further away is better. I'm very self-critical about what my videos look like and what my work looks like. So if you want to comment, it's okay with me. My last video was short, but it was further away. Actually, my last couple of videos. And this one's a little bit closer because I wanted you to see more of what I'm doing a little closer up. But, you know, when I look in the iPad, when I look on the iPad while I'm recording, it seems okay. And then oh my goodness, static. And then when I watch it back, I find all these things that I don't like about what I did. About the camera angle, the camera view. I've stuck my head or my nose or something in the way. That's the worst. That's the one I don't like the most. Sticking my face or my head or my nose or my arm in the way. Okay. So I am going to pull this up a little. And pull this down a little. This stuff is really stretchy, this cheesecloth. And I think once I glue this on, iron this on with the glue side down, I think this will be okay. And I'm trying to decide now. Nah, that'll be okay. I was trying to decide if I wanted to put a ribbon under here to tie it, but I don't think I'm going to do that at this point. All right, I'm going for it. Woohoo! Just go for it, right? I'm going to put more pressure on this because it's got to get through the cheesecloth. So keep your fingers crossed this works. Because, again, first time I've done this. Of course, I choose to do it on a video. Ask me why. Pressure, pressure, pressure. So tomorrow's the day I go and get my eyes examined for cataracts. I don't think they're bad enough yet to have the surgery. But my eyes will be dilated for several hours in the morning. And that's never much fun. But it give me an excuse to come home and watch TV or something in a dark room. And kind of take it easy. Maybe do something on my lap. Make some tags or something. So, speaking of which, I have a couple of things to show you that I made over the weekend. It was hard to not work on this. I am working on a couple of other things. I started making a needle book for myself. I don't have any instructions, so I don't know if I'm going to like what I'm making. But, you know, I'm playing with it, and I'm going to see. All right, let's see. Hopefully, this will hold down through the cheesecloth. If not, we're going to have to stick some glue under there. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. Don't set the iron against anything. It's going to burn anything. Yeah, there we go. Try not to start a fire. Okay. It's hot. It's hot. Cool off. So yeah, so tomorrow won't be much fun in the morning. Wednesday, I'm supposed to have a FaceTime with the director of the Fiber College in Maine about possibly doing an a la carte class during Fiber College. And I'm very, 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 very nervous about that. But I think what I've decided is I can teach someone to make an envelope journal pretty quickly. And I will need a minimum of supplies, like lots of glue sticks and then some scrapbook papers and some tissue paper, and I'll just bring stuff like that, and people can rip things. They don't need to use scissors. They can glue it down with the glue. I'll teach them how to sew a little or staple. I don't even know if we'll staple a little pad to put inside, and then they'll have a little envelope journal to carry with them, and they can use it for lists and stuff like that. And I think that's what I'm going to offer. So we'll see if the director thinks that's worthy or not. And then maybe that will spark some interest in an actual journal for next year. So let's see. Did it work? Well, it can be lifted up. Maybe more iron. I may have to put a tiny bit of glue around the edges just to make sure that it doesn't lift up and come loose. I mean, this is heavy duty fusible web, so I was hoping that it would make it make it gluier and make it stick a little better. We'll see. Now I gotta let it cool off again. So while that's cooling off, let me show you if I can find it. So I showed this pocket once before. I took one of the background pages and I made this pocket, and I got this from Terry Wood on YouTube. So you just fold it in half, you fold it in thirds, and then you fold the corners in, kind of like you're making an airplane, but you don't put them all the way to the edge. And I still have to trim this up a little. And then you fold it in and fold one pocket into the other. And so this is one of the envelopes from the kit. And what you get is you get a mirror image of the front for the inside. So your inside flap also has an image on it. And then I put one of the little journaling cards in there. So I think that's so pretty. Isn't that pretty? So I put that in there. And I put that back here. I put that back here. And this is going to be glued down to the page. And then, so I think what I'm going to do is put this behind it. I'm going to put this in here. And then this in here. And then I made this little altered paper clip from two of the tags that come in the kit. And it says, things that make me happy. And you could put that on any page you want. I'm not done embellishing this yet. I'm probably going to add a few things. But I did that. This kit as do most of her kits, I believe, comes with a "This Journal Belongs To" tag. So that'll be pretty in the front. And I just separated a bunch of other stuff. I have made a mess over here. There's fabric and there's all kinds of stuff. This was the other thing I made. I took one of the, let me get one out. One of a sheet of paper like this that is one of the cutouts on the in the kit. It's not a full size, and I made a little envelope out of it. A little fold-out envelope, and then I folded in the top, and I used one of the banners. Let's see if there's another one in here. Nope. Can't. Oh, there it is. Oh, nope, that's one I ripped off. Well, I used one of the banners. There's several banners that come look like this, and I backed it with another piece of paper because it was pretty thin. And I put one of the sayings on it. It says, "Be successful on your journey." And so I glued it down here, and you can tuck the point of the envelope in, the flap. And then I used a little bit of the cheesecloth, cut out a butterfly, and this is a flower from another one of the banners. It's just the top of the flower. And I fussy cut it and inked everything, and I put it on the flap. So this also will either, this could be clipped in, or it could be glued down, and then you open it and you can journal in it. It's like a little hidden journaling spot. So it's not an envelope you can put anything in, but I thought that was kind of cute. So I tried to get creative. So let's see, another test. Yeah, I'm going to have to use glue. A lot of it stuck. It just didn't stick right here. So I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac. So, you know, it's all about experimenting, right? Like you have to figure out what works and what doesn't. So we know that going through 2 layers is probably not a really good thing. I could have ironed, I can't glue and talk at the same time. I could have ironed on some of the fusible web onto the cheesecloth on one side and used parchment paper to cover the other side so it wouldn't stick. But I'm not sure how that would turn out with it showing through like this side here. So most of it is sticking. It's just the edges, and I think that's because I didn't have the fusible web didn't go all the way to the edges of the purple stuff, of this purple fabric. So I am just testing 1, 2, 3, you know. And you have to kind of go with the flow. But I want to make sure this does stay down, because whoever gets this journal would not be happy if the whole thing just came up, right? There we go. And I think that's all it was, is like this. I didn't put the fusible web all the way to the edge, but that's okay. I didn't want it all the way to the edge. I want this to be a little free form, free moving stuff. I want the fraying to stick up if it's used. So now I think I am just going to use a very light coat of Fabri-Tac. And if I ruin this whole thing, I'll just make another cover, right? And you all will learn from my mistakes. Now, if I had thought ahead, I could have sewn all this on. And it just goes to show, plan ahead. I fly by the seat of my pants way too often and figure out the mistakes after. And sometimes, yeah, Fabri-Tac. Sometimes that's okay. Sometimes not so much. I'm going to make sure I don't lay this on. on anything because I don't want it to stick to anything else. So this is going to have to lay face up while it dries. So see, there's so little on there, it's not even really sticking to my hands. I can feel it a little bit, so there's hopefully enough to hold it down. And then I'm going to flip this over. There. That way if it sticks to this, I won't care as much as if it sticks to the other side and makes everything goopy every time I iron. I'm going to put it a little heavier on the inside. The Fabri-Tac, I'm going to put it a little bit heavier. Oops, not over there. Because I want it to really stick. And I think just because something's telling me to, I'm going to also put some art glitter glue down. And they both dry clear. And if I don't like the way this looks, I'll find something else to put on the edge. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Speaking of sorry, we went up to Alexandria. I live in Virginia. Oops, there goes a bunch of stuff. And I bought some sari silk at Artistic Artifacts is what it's called. So this is, it was $20 and it's about 50 yards. And it's 100% silk, cream / white sari ribbon. So I don't know if that was a good deal or not, but I've been wanting sari silk, and we were in Alexandria anyway for another reason, and so I am, that's not what I wanted. I am really happy that I got it so that I can play with it. I'm going to iron it out because it's quite wrinkly. Okay. Alrighty. Now we're going to do the other edge the same way. And I'm going to crunch this edge up a little bit because I just want it to be on a little thicker on the edge of the page here, edge of the cover. So I'm excited about my sari silk. Again, I can't glue and concentrate and talk at the same time, I guess. A little bit of art glitter glue and paper towel to wipe my glue. And then I am going to sort of bunch this up a little on the edge. Give it a little substance, I think. There we go. There. All right, I am going to let this dry. And I don't know, I'm a little unhappy with my cover in here, so I may have to figure something else out. I obviously missed a patch in here with the glue. Because there's a bit of a bubble where I don't think it got glued. I'm going to see if I can stick. Uh-oh. That was my pin that just went flying. I don't know if you could hear that. Not a good thing. Okay. Can I do this without ruining the whole thing now? That's going to rip it. Nope. I can't get any glue down there. I got glue in there. everywhere. Okay, so we have glue on the back, which I think seems to be sticking. This is all stuck down, so that's my cover. I'm still going to embellish this. I have some things in mind, which are sort of buried over here. So I have this yarn that I really, it's got sparkles. Can you see the sparkles? And I think I'm just going to like curl it up, sort of make a flowery kind of shape. And I could put that right there. And I think I'm going to put a little flat back pearl on it too. Like the center of the flower. So, since I lost my pin to my art glitter glue, I'll have to dig around and find that. It went flying. I have a shag carpet. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting finding it. Hopefully the yellow tip on it is sticking up. Somebody came up on Facebook, on one of the groups, came up with a really cute idea. And I'm going to show you in just a second. I haven't done it, but I need to because it would be a lot easier to find if my pin goes flying. They took... Oh, I got to find my box. Hold on. Oh dear. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm here. All right. So they took... Not that I can find my pin. Oh my goodness. Well, the good thing is I bought some stainless steel pins. Because I knew this would happen. Now, can I find the pins? Maybe. So there's my flat back pearls that I want to use. Welcome to my world, people. And why won't that close now? Because the bottom one are sticking up. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Okay. I think my pins are over here by my sewing machine. I'm still here. Don't go away. Yep. Okay. Here's my little box of stainless steel pins that I got from Hobby Lobby. And so far, so good with them. So this person on Facebook took one of these little flowers here, and they put a flower on the end. Like, have you ever gone into like a bank or somewhere and they have the pens with the flowers stuck on the top so that you don't walk away with their pens? Yeah. So let's see. Can I find one? Ow! I was using that before. I like this blue one. Oh, Martha. You just got to make things difficult for yourself. Okay. What else is new? I still got to find the yellow one I dropped, though, because I walk around in my socks. My dogs are walking around this room. So you take these little flowers. Yeah. Right? Something like that. And you just stick your pin through it. And you glue it on. And voila. You have a topper that isn't all jangly. It's not heavy. It's not overweighted. I don't like the blue on that. It's not too heavy to... I like the yellow. Of course, now I can't get a yellow one out. It's not jangly like the beaded ones. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to glue that right on. And if I drop it, I'll be able to find it. So there you go. I had bent the other yellow pin anyway. It was really bent up. Isn't that cute? And it's not heavy. It's not noisy. It's not jangly. I absolutely love that idea. Best idea ever. If you're watching, thank you. Thank you for thinking that up. If I can find her on Facebook, I will link her name below. If she wants it. Or if you're out there, and there goes the whole box of pins. If you're out there and you're watching, say hello. and say, it was me, it was me. Okay, so I think, yep. These are something new for me to use. I haven't used them much, but I do like the little added fun element to it. Ow, that hurt. You know you're pressing too hard when it hurts, right? All right. I am so happy now. I have my little flower pin topper, and I have my cover. And this is pretty stuck down. I'm not going to pull on it, but it's pretty stuck down all around. It's still a little tacky, so I am going to leave this. I'm going to call this video done. Oh, wait. You know what? There were two things I wanted to show you. I ordered two new things on Amazon, and I haven't tried either one yet. This is the Tim Holtz design ruler, and what I was looking for was a ruler that has a 0 in the center. So can you see that? 0 in the center. And it's also a regular ruler, and it's 12 inches, so it's not too big for me to take in my bag, I don't think, when I travel. And the reason the 0 ruler is good is because you can put it, I need to find a signature. You can put it in when you're getting ready to sew in your signatures. Like these are not sewn yet. What you do is you find your center, and so it's about 4 1/4 on this side, 4 1/4 on that side. So I know this is center. And then I can, if I want to do a 5-hole, I can do it like every inch. I can put, you know, I can do it every 1.5 inches. I can do it whatever I want. And it'll be evenly spaced out on my signatures. So I was really excited about that. I had a Westcott ruler. It's a 0 center ruler. It looks a little different than this because I don't think it had the regular measurements on the other side. I can't remember exactly. You can look it up. But when I put it in my cart in Amazon last week, it was like 6 something, which is what this costs, like $6.97. Okay. And I went to look at my Amazon cart yesterday. No, today's Monday, Saturday. I think it was Saturday. And no, it had to be Friday. These arrived yesterday on Sunday, so it was 2 days shipping. So it was Friday. And that ruler, the Westcott ruler, had gone up by $3. It was now $9.97. And I thought, I'm not doing that. So the Tim Holtz one was the same price that the Westcott one had been, and it was $6.97 or something thereabouts. Don't quote me exactly, but it was $6. So I ordered this one, and Linda Israel did a little review. You can look her up on YouTube, Linda Israel. She did a review on Alls, A-W-L-S, Alls. And she did a review on this. She said it was fairly new. The only awl I have at the moment is this one. And it's quite thick. It's a little too thick as you get deeper in. And I wanted a craft awl, and I haven't been able to find one in the craft store. I guess I'm looking in the wrong place. But I wanted one, again, to travel with. And what I like about this is it's retractable. So if it's sitting in my bag when we're traveling and I go to reach in, I'm not going to stab myself in the hand and have to go to the hospital because I have an awl stuck in my hand. This was not very expensive either. There was one listed on there that was a lot more than this, but I think it came with a craft knife, a similar craft knife that retracts. So you see it totally 100% retracts in, and then it comes out. So if you only want something this deep, that's all you have to, okay, let's see. Let me see. If you want something that deep, all you have to do is only retract it that much. But if you want it full length, you just pull it out all the way. So, yeah. Can you see it better? Not really. Can you see me now? I guess you can see it, sort of, kind of. I'm looking in my iPad, and it's hard to tell. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. There you go. Oh, look at that. Much easier to see. So it retracts, and it expands. And you can stop anywhere along the way, depending on how long you want your item, how far you want it to go in. So I think this is going to be very, very, very good for me. I will let you know. I have not used it yet. As you saw, I just took it out of the package. I will let you all, get it? I'll let you all know how it goes when I start putting my signatures in all these covers I've been going crazy making. So now, that's it. I am going to close for now. I am going to let my cover dry. I am very happy with the decisions I made about this cover. I'm really happy that this cheesecloth came out like it did. And I am going to, now, the next video, I'll start working on putting signatures together. And so let me know what you think. If you haven't yet, please subscribe below. I'd very much appreciate it. I really, really do. I'm trying to build my subscribers. You guys take care. Happy crafting. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Come on back and see what I do next. I better open this so it doesn't dry that way with my two sides stuck together. If you like what I did, let me know. If you don't like what I did, tell me what you would have done different. Leave comments, please. It helps a lot to grow the channel. And thank you again. Take care. Happy crafting. Have a great day. And I'll be back soon, and we'll start working on signatures. Again, something that makes me a little nervous and scared because I struggle with that and hope that you guys can help me along. Take it easy. Bye.